Uh, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. No matter where you are watching me from around the world, I urge you to always be brave and die like a man. Even though our people many of them refuse to die in darkness, but I want it to be in history book that someone came to save their generation from destroying. Today, I want to start with the Oba of Benin before we go to Pedro Obaseki. I I am a man. I am not a coward. I said it the other time that the Oba of Bini is a Sudani man and he's not from our land. He's a foreigner. We don't have any problem with a foreigner, but they are genocidal. They are demonic agenda. They have destroyed our forefathers. The only thing we have today is only the land. He have organized the terrorist groups and he have distributed them around Benin to sell all our inheritance from God. He appointed his brothers illegally and he said he's creating a dukedom. But it sadly means that majority of the people that are from this Benin, I don't know whether we are blind or we are dumb. Since I was born, this is the first time I have seen people who look also like the Hausa, who the Fulani took over their birthright from them. Ladies and gentlemen, last few days, the Oba Bini went to the Olu of Ori. During the coronation of the Olu of Ori, the Oba Bini was not there. According to how he was born, he fit pumpus. He was a spoiled child and he was a wayward child. The reason why you see him surviving today because of the land sales and those our inheritance from our ancestor, which he is lavishing using in smoking drug and cocaine. Ladies and gentlemen, when His Royal Highness the Olu of Ori was about to be coronated, the Oba of Benin sponsored Chief Ayeri. He sponsored Chief Ayeri to make sure that his brother, his family, his Oduduwa brother, Olu of Ori, didn't succeed. He did everything, but this man is a master liar. I want to explain more better to you about the history of the Olu of Ori. Before we go to the history of the Olu of Ori, when the Olu of Ori was being about to be coronated, the Oba Benin sponsor the son of the former Olu. Upon the help Captain Osa have did for him, he was not interested about Captain Osa. This present Olu of Ori is the husband of Captain Osa's first daughter. Oba Bini sponsor Ayiri and some of those criminal elements. He was trying to install Olu of Ori as a puppet under him. But at the end of the day, the will of those our Ishekiri friends overpower the evil plans of the Oba of Benin. Olu of Ori was installed because of the shame the Oba of Benin had put himself. He didn't attend the coronation of the Olu of Ori. You all saw the coronation of Olu of Ewuare was powerful. The Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Yemi Osinbajo, was there. The former President of Nigeria, Jonathan Goodluck, was there. The former President of Nigeria, General Olusegun Obasanjo, was there. A lot of dignitaries graced the coronation of Olu of Ewuare. Oba Bini was ashamed of himself. Upon all the evil he plotted against the Olu of Ewuare, his elder brother, Olu of Ewuare have never came out one day to tell the whole world that Oduduwa gave birth to him. And not Oduduwa, Ogiso is the son of Ogiso. I don't know why those Ile Ibinumi's blood continue to be full and they don't want to wake up from slavery. They say they want to remain slave, but somebody got to do it. I am here today to teach history. They are blocking me from teaching my history. They are pursuing me with lawsuits. I have cried many times. The help I always get for my people. Thank you for help. But nobody helped me. Sometimes I will cry, only one person will help me. It's not really so. Please don't let our history die. What are we going to tell our forefathers, our ancestors, that someone brave like this came out in your time, your kind, somebody trying to restore your kind, our history, to be ashamed because of greediness and because of foolishness? We never allowed our identity to exist. And we decide to choose an evil man who was driven away by Islam during the 8th, 7th century from the land of Nubian in present-day Sudan. Ladies and gentlemen, Oba Bini went to Olu of Ewuare, his elder brother. He went to go and beg. They didn't show it when he was begging. He went there. And so this man, people know him. I know people who know him very well. He went to go and beg Olu of Ewuare, but they didn't show it on camera. He said he was very sorry about what happened, that Olu of Ewuare should forgive him. Shameless man. Please share this video. He went to beg Olu of Ewuare. Olu of Ewuare forgive him. For your information, this very on the 3rd of March, next month, I think next month or next week, the Olu of Ewuare will be coming to Bini to visit the Oba of Benin. Meanwhile, the Oba of Benin have went to beg Olu of Ewuare. They are deceiving our people. You see, Oba of Benin is not ashamed of himself. According to the wife, Princess Ewuare Abe, he said his husband is a pathological liar. That's what Ewuare Abe said. And the other day, I was trying to bring Ewuare Abe to come and speak on my program. She said because of her 2 children, she would not like to speak, and she was desperate to speak on BBC Pidgin. If you can speak on BBC Pidgin, why can't you come here and speak? That is not the issue. The Oba Bini have traveled to Abeokuta to see those Obas, his family, his Oduduwa family. From Abeokuta is in Ijebu. From Ijebu is going to, these are his family. We don't have any link with those people. We are not from the same Sudanese. He is going to Ibadan today. I don't know. He have started begging them secretly now to forgive him, to save his human sacrifice throne from being destroyed by the Ancient of Days. He's going around now begging his Yoruba families to forgive him. That is where he came from. Ladies and gentlemen, you all know what I am saying is truth. It's a Yoruba man. And Yoruba people told us that those families came from Sudan. And we have proof. And the proof is there. They are from Sudan. They were driven away by the Islamic revolution. They was chased away. And they refused to accept Islam. Their kingdom was destroyed. They are the Nubian people. We don't have any relationship with these criminals. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to teach you the history of Olu of Wari and the history of the Oba of Benin. Before I teach this short history, my brothers, have you ever go to Wari when Olu of Wari will say, oh, Ogiso is my father. Is the one Ogiso is the one who give birth to Ogiso. Olu of Wari doesn't have any relationship with Ogiso. He cannot say that he is the son of Ogiso because the Yoruba people, they are the descendant of Ogiso. Have you ever seen Olu of Wari telling the Yoruba that he's the son of Ogiso, that is the one who is the ancestor? But it sadly means that this Oba Bini is not telling us that he's our father, conniving with those criminals selling our villages because we choose coward and stupidity. You see all those journey that we go in, I go and watch the video clip. There was never any journey where they say, oh, Ogiso is our father. None of the family of Oba of Benin that is traveling to meet now have come out to say that Ogiso was their father. We, the Benis, are just being fools. We are allowing our generation to come to be stateless. But I will continue to use my platform to pray and beg you people to make sure that we work together. We have no choice. People go to war because of land, but look at what is going on today. The Oba of Benin, we don't have land anymore. They are selling it every day. Our children will not know land, what is called agriculture. We will become a refugee in the nearest future with children. And nobody's telling this drug addict, this cocaine bastard, to stop this evil, this nonsense he's doing. My fellow Aboriginal people of Igodo land, every day I stay home, I think, where will I go from here? I beg you people for support. Some people said I should put my account number. Some people said I should put this. Who want to help? We help. Anytime Nnamdi Kanu is making a broadcast, he doesn't put account number. But my great Idu descendant, they always come out to help him. They just say, oh, come and put your account number there. So I want to explain history today. Let those cowards, let them remain coward, and let God Almighty judge us. To be said that a prophet came out in a time to rescue them from total destruction. They said they were perfect. And this country where you live today, when you die, if you die in Germany here, it's the same thing in Europe. Let me in Germany here. They will bury you for like 3 months. After that, before that 3 months, when you die here, it takes about 48 hours for you to die finally. They have to make use of your kidney. They have to take your marrow bone. There are a lot of things they have to take away from your body. So these things are very expensive. You talk about kidneys going to about 200,000 euro. You think you are cheating these people. You don't cheat them. They are very smart people. You know, the black market kidney is very good, you know. When you think you are cheating them, when you're about to die, when you just die, they take your kidney, they take your marrow bone, they look for some part of your body. We sell all those things. Those money they have been using to feed you before, they will profit back. So I want to explain the simple history of the Olu of Ore. In Delta State, we have the people of Urobo, we have the people of Isoko, we have the people of Ukwani, we have the people of Ika, we have the people of Iseloko and Ijo. All those ethnic group I am explaining, all of them, they have this music, Afioji Sokboroma, Afioji Sokboroma. When you go to Ukwani, they will sing this music for you, Afioji Sokboroma, Afioji Sokboroma. They have traced their ancestors to Ojiso. Not always about it. And Idu, they will tell you they are from Idu land. Many years ago, there was a war. They ran away from the land of Idu. There is no Ijo who can root their history and remove Idu from their history. Or go to the Aborigine Ijos. They told you they migrated from the land Igodo Migodo. Igodomiko does not have any link with Oba of Benin. No link. Okay, now let's go to history. Have you ever seen any Sokoma who have went to Warrior and said that Olu of Ore is the son of Ojiso, is their father? Have you ever seen any Urobo man who have accepted that? Because these people are more oriented and self-disciplined and aware with the history more than us. Okay. No Urobo, Isoko, Ijo, all those our ethnic nationality have ever come out to say that the Olu of Ore is their father, or is the Ogiso that give birth to Olu of Ore. Olu of Ore have never came out in media or in any event to say that he's the son of Ojiso, or is he Du's his father. It have never happened. But how come an elder brother, the elder brother to the Oba of Benin, it doesn't have any link with Ojiso? But how come the Oba of Benin is now saying it's the Ikaladeran that give birth to him? I want to tell you the history of Olu of Ore and the history of the Shekeri people. I will continue to use my knowledge to educate our people. I will do my best in the name of God. Amen. The history of the Shekeri people trace back to Oromiyan, my lords, my great aborigines. When Oromiyan was coming from Ile-Ife, Oromiyan have an elder brother who is called Oluwaye. The name of Oromiyan was called Olugbolu. His name was not Oromiyan. The elder brother of Oromiyan is called Oluwaye. Oluwaye is the current Ewuare of Usen. They were not the direct children of Odua. They were the children of the Oni of Ife. Oni of Ife. When they arrived in the land of Idu, his elder brother stayed over in the present day called Usen. The real name of that place was called, the first name they called that place Ife Kekere, because they left Ife and the first place they settled in was called Ife Kekere, a little Ife, which the name have changed to Usen. And I will explain how the name changed to you. Oromiyan moved eastward It was a fight between the Ogisos and Oromiyan. So I just want to carve that history out. Let me go straight to the history of these Shekiri people. After the Oromiyan have created Obaship in Uselu, in a place called Iselu. We call it Uselu. The real name is called Iselu, just like what we have in Iseluku. It's a Yoruba name. It's a Yoruba word. If you ask those Ile Ibinu Miss Blood, what is the meaning of Uselu? They don't know. Use. We call it that place Use. They call place Uselu. Iselu in Yoruba word means making of the king. That is to make the king. Making of the king. Iselu. So after they have succeeded in planting their son as Oba in Use, so the Yoruba were now floating to the land because they now have they found they have a new land. That's how they were coming. You know, the Yoruba people, they are people who love their language so much and they respect their culture so much. That is how they migrated from Benin. They went to that water side. Time immemorial, anytime they were coming from Yoruba lands, they were now migrating towards that Wari area. And the Shekiri land started from Olugbo. Olugbo is a Shekiri. Shekiri is Yoruba people, they are Yoruba words. Oba Bini is not claiming it that is the owner. People are very stupid. So let me go straight to the history of the Ewuare of Benin, how the throne came about. The Shekiri people, they are Yoruba people. Some of them migrated from Ijebu-Ode. Some of them migrated from Ile-Ife. That's how they have Ode Shekiri, they have Koko, all those Shekiri communities. And they have never come out one day to deny that they are not Yoruba. They have never said anything like that. So how Olu become their king? Listen, let me explain the history of the Olu. In 14th century, there was an Oba called Oba Ewuare the first. That the Oba Ewuare the first was the father of Oba Oluwa. How they have Olu. You see, their name are Yoruba names. In many years ago, they speak Yoruba in Oba Palace. And they are Yoruba people. They are just trying to deceive the gullible people. This is how the history of the Ewuare kingship started. Oba Ewuare of Benin, Oba Ewuare the first, died. After his death, the man who's supposed to take over was called Oluwa. They are Yoruba people. How can Yoruba people be answering Yoruba name? His name is called Oluwa. Listen, oh. Oba Oluwa refused. Let me show you book. Yeah, let me show you book and I read everything to you. Please listen to your history. Just listen now. Okay, I have to be very current with what I'm saying. After the death of Oba Ewuare in 14 to 15th century, one of the first son who survived him was called Oba Izoti. Oba Izoti. If you go to Oba Palace, the road in back of Oba Palace is called Izoti Street. His name is called Oba Izoti. He was very brutal in human sacrifice. There was a young boy who the Oba used his mother for human sacrifice. And the boy was castrated just like a goat. He cannot give birth in his life anymore. So when the Oba Bini was coronated, during his coronation, this boy used a arrow, spear to shoot the Oba in his head. So the boy was used for human sacrifice. Within 14 days, the Oba died. He died 14 days. But they are not teaching you those history. They're just, if you look at the history of the Obas, it's full of evil. They are not teaching it anymore because they are ashamed. All the history of the Oba from Oba Ewuare the first to the end, they were killing our people. And if not people like me who came out to educate our people, they were also happy. You were killing your own the people you met in the land. You are saying this one is not good, this one is not. You are very, you know what you were doing to our forefathers. So we must teach the history. After the death of the son of our first son of Oba Ewuare the first, the second son was called Olua in 15th century. This is how it happened. When the first son died, the second son, before the second son become an Oba, then Oba, what do you call that Oba? Let me show, the name is here already. Oba Ozolua. Oba Ozolua is not even Oba Ozolua, it's called Oba Osholua. We don't know how to pronounce the Yoruba name. We are calling name. And if we will call it to resemble our, it does that we don't answer as Ozolwa doesn't have meaning in our language. The real pronunciation for Ozolwa is called Oba Osholua. Osholua. That is a Yoruba word. That is their name. I have the meaning of all those names in my iCards. So Oba Ozolwa was one of the son of the Oba Ewuare the first, connive, kill his own brother who was to be the Oba. After killing his own brother, the only surviving son of his brother, he killed the surviving son of his brother and killed the brother's wife so that he can become Oba. So, and he was not the next person to be the Oba. The next person who's supposed to be the Oba is called Oba Olua. We have Olua Primary School. We are calling it Olua. It's not Olua. Oluwa. We are just being cowed by these criminals, these terrorists. They were terrorists. They are still today. They are terrorists. See, Oba Olua is the son of Oba Ewuare the first. I want to teach you the history of Olu of Ore. How we are now have Olu of Ore there today. So, listen, Oba Bini will tell you tomorrow is the one who gave birth to Olu of Ore, and some idiot will agree with him. So we are very cowards. See, after the death of Oba Olua, as Oba Ewuare the first, the second son was called upon to come and be the Oba. He refused. Oba Olua refused. He said it's not his turn to be the Oba. That is elder sister. The name of the elder sister to Oba Olua is called Delayo. Delayo. How can we be answering Yoruba name now if we are not being stupid? These people are lying to you and you are believing lies. God have mercy on our generation. Delayo, she was the next Oba of Benin. They say woman cannot be Oba. It's because people are, we are slaves to this bastard. We are just slaves to this bastard. See, Delayo was to be the Oba. During his process of becoming the Oba, he died in Uselu. And I will read the name of the place where she died. She was going through her period, evil, too much evil, killing human being, killing all these things. Putting human being blood to rub their head, all those evil, this demonic pandemonium. So she died along the line. Immediately, Delayo died. You can see Oba Ewuare. After Oba Ewuare, they now have Ezoti. Ezoti died 14 days because of their evil. Then the next one was Olua. They didn't write Delayo, Oba Delayo. They removed that one name from there. They're supposed to have Oba Delayo because she was an Oba. You understand? Because of they don't have respect for women. That's why they don't put that one inside. After Delayo died, which is also Yoruba name, they're not saying this Ojiso name. They do not have name any. Our name and their name, they are not similar. We are no related, no relationship at all. After the death of after Ezoti died, then they call Olua. I want to teach you the history of Oluofore. Please share this video. After the death of Ozoti, Delayo died during his coronation. Then who was a woman. They now bring Olua. Olua. They call it right. Olua. It's Olua. So his name was Olua. They brought him. They crowned him as the Oba in 15th century. He was the Oba. When he was about to die, he called the people of around his palace, those Igodomigodos, the Idus. He told them that we are not from this land. We are from Ile-Ife. Now that I'm about to die, I want to hand over this throne to you people to be ruling yourself. His name is called Oluwa. The name of the king of Warri is called, it's called Oluwa of Ishekiri. They now call it Olu. Listen how the name come about. When he was about to die, he summoned the elders, because the Benin city, there was two parts. Some area was being controlled by Olua, while some place, the other side was being controlled by Ogiamie. Ogiamie were on the other side, and Bao was the other side. So the side he was controlling, he called the Aborigines and some of the Yoruba there. He said, now that I'm about to die, I want to hand over your throne to you. My son, the name of his son is called, what's it in you? Can you write me the name of the first son? Iginuari. Jinuwa, thank you. Ginuwa, I don't know how to call it. It's a Yoruba name also. The name of the first son of Oba Olua. Listen, Oba Bini will not tell you he's senior to that one tomorrow. Some idiot will come and say, yes, he's senior now. Some mumu, foolish people. The name of the first son of Oba Olua is called Ginuwa or Jinuwa. I'm not going to pronounce it very well. Jinuwa. So, when he was about to die, he took his son and he called the Ijo people, that is Ijo. And all these are documented in history. You know, don't fear where he called the Ijo people to take him to where his families, that is, the Ishekiri people are the family of the Oba. He said they should take his son to meet his family to form that kingdom there. That is now handed over this kingdom to the Aborigines. When he was taking his son to, they call it Unhuame. It's called Unhuame, that is the water sides. Listen, you see when they want to call you, for it, they say Ogiamiesu. He say, take it unhuame. That is no yamu give unhuame. Ogi unhuame. You understand? He say he should go and be take over his family people as a king. Unhuame mean the water side. Go and be a king in the water sides. Ogie unhuame. That's why if you want to salute the Olu of Ori now, say Ogiame su Ogiunhuame. So that is how Ogiame su came to be. So this is our ancient Yoruba language, Ishekiri. This Ishekiri language and Usen language, they are almost the same thing. Because these are the language we were speaking in Ife many years ago where they were we are not entirely, we don't have any relationship. They just, this Oba Bini just deceiving these people and they're just taking us for foolishness. That is how Olu of Ori was there. When Olu of Ori was going, his son is called Ginua. When he went to Ishekiri land, he became the Oluwa. That is, he was answering his father's name. Oluwa, we now call it Olu. Is the real pronunciation is Oluwa of Ishekiri. And these people are not denying their lineage where they come from. That is how Ishekiri started in 15th century. That is how they started. Anytime when this Yoruba will come, they'll go that side. So the Bini, this Ile Ibinu mixed blood, they were left fighting themselves. You see, that's why you see Eye will be fighting Aye. Man fight will be fighting Vagabond. Vagabond, you see, these people are the stupidity that have been planted because we have betrayed our forefathers. That's why we are not progressing. We are being cursed. We are cursed human beings. So we people need to come close to me, because I am saying these things today. It's not because I want to say it. It's because the spirit of our forefathers is using me. But there are forces that are doing all their possible best to stop me, so that you people will die in blindness. No identity for you. You are a slave. You died as a slave of Oba, which is unacceptable. That is how, that was what the history. When he was going there, he took the son of all those traditional, all those his chiefs, pack all their first son. When they went there, they have Ologbushere, they have Uso. That is how they form Olu of Ori. So how, after they have left, how they will now have the Oba of Benin today? Listen, if Ishekiri man now, Olu of Ori now, you say you should go and bow down for Oba Benin gave birth to Olu of Ori, you must be an idiot. Olu of Ori was the heir to the throne of the Oba of Benin. So he didn't. He went instead. He went to what do you call that place in the Shekiri, that place, the other side, to go and continue. All the throne, everything was given to him. Everything that belongs to the Oba of Benin was given to his son to form that Olu of Ishekiri. President Ewuare. Lustino, after many years with this, just like this stupidity was happening, Okpame, Okpame, who was later called Oba Ozolwa, who ran away after killing his own brother's wife. You see, they are full of evil people. Killing his brother's wife, killing his brother's son, kill his brother. He ran to Ora. You see, some stupid people who are not conversant with the history, they said it was Oba who born Ora. You are an idiot. He ran towards his mother's village in Ora. The village of the mother was from Ora. That Oba ran towards there. Then the Oba now overheard that his brother have died. And this Ile Ibinu's blood, they are now fighting among themselves. They were fighting among themselves. And Okpame, who have already been a killer, a higher killer, a terrorist, which is now called of what do you call it, Ozolwa. He came back from Ora to become some chiefs supported him. You see, these people, they are so, I don't know how to describe these foolish people. They now supported him. Those people who go against him, they were all massacred and killed. They said Ozolwani Baomieku, he massacred many people. He was the son of what do you call it? This is the direct son of Oba Ewuare. That's how he put himself as Oba with genocides. So he was he was one of the child of the Oba. So today you are not saying that Olu of Ore is the son of Ozolwa. Are you crazy? You are not conversant with your memory history. So that's why the Oba, see, the Olu of Ore can't bow down to the Oba of Benin. And Olu of Ore have never come out to tell you today that he's the son of Ogiso. I don't know why these people are so stupid. Olu of Ore is the direct son of Oba Ewuare the first. He's the eldest son. Okay, have Olu of Ore come out to say Ogiso give birth to them? They say, are you Yoruba people? They are Oduduwa lineage. What about the Elawo? If you know you are not conversant with the history, please, I want you to go to Usen, Ewuare of Usen Palace. Go and ask him if he's the son of Ogiso. Ewuare of Usen is the elder brother to Oromio. Two of them came from Ile-Ife. These are facts, and these facts are there. But I don't know why our people decide to be cowards. People who committed genocide against our forefathers, we are worshiping them. Ladies and gentlemen, the Oba Bini is now pleading, begging, anytime Alaafin of Oyo come to Benin, he doesn't come to Oba Palace, he goes straight to Osama of Benin. Have you ever heard from Alaafin of Oyo said Ogiso gave birth to him? These people who are saying this one give birth to them, Ogiso give birth to them, and you go to the Benin, the name of all those our forefathers, none of them are answering it. They destroyed our history. They imposed their own on us. And if you check with the Oba Bini never said Ogiso gave birth to him. Imasuen, I don't know where Imasuen get all those orientation from, all those fake history. I have history books. We are not from Oduduwa family. Oduduwa is a Sudanese man, it's a Nubian man. They were chased out from Sudan because of the Islamic revolution, which came into being around 7th, 8th, 9th century. That is how some of them find their way. The people that are related to the Oba Bini are the Fulanis. That is, and the emir of Shehu of Borno. Shehu of Borno are some of the Nubian people who were chased out from Sudan. They ran towards the west to seek a shelter. Today, the Oba Bini is not claiming that he's look at people who don't even go about research about their history or about their identity. Thank God today that Ewuare of Usen is not dead, he's there. Go and ask him if he's for Ogiso children. Your elder brother is alive. Even the other elder from the same father, or what do you call him? Alaafin for you is alive. Have you ever heard from Alaafin for your coming out telling that Ogiso give birth to them? Many have Olu of Uwo. All of them are the descendants of Oduduwa. Oduduwa is from the east. People are just trying to change words. You don't do that. Yoruba people don't have any ancestral roots with Oduduwa. The Yoruba people are 100% connected to the Ogiso. Ogiso Atokbe is I want to use this opportunity to beg our Yoruba sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, our Ijaw families, our Aboriginal, Idu, Ijaw people, all our ethnic nationalities. Please, I want you to denounce these terrorists, human sacrifice Oba of Benin, not entering your domain. He's coming to pollute your domain. If you look, if you just Google land disputes, the Oba of Benin have turned Edo State into a war zone. Anything about the Benin is about selling one land for 300 people. They have sold, after they have finished selling everything. There was one of the Oba brother, after he have finished selling everything, he was hit with stroke and he died in one room. He died as a rent tenant. So these people are fond of evil. We are not progressing. The reason why you see a Benima is not progressing today is because they have accepted to be in darkness. That is the reason why I am doing all my possible best to see if there is any avenue to awaken our people. I am in court today. I hire a lawyer to represent me in court. My lawyer won the first case for me, not not related to the Oba case. But immediately my lawyer and Oba Bini lawyer speak. I don't know what transpired. My lawyer was now advising me to quit. I was very shocked. For your information, he said no matter the weight of elephants, he cannot cause earthquake. The Oba Bini continued to spend thousands of dollars. The other day, he paid $13,000 to courts in Germany just because of me. The other day, he brought thousands of euros to Europe. Means on social media, I started sharing 500 euro for people on social media just to gang up against me and the government of Edo State. My brother, he had been spending thousands of euros just to silence me. I want to make it very clear that I have been crying. People said, don't say anything. The Oba Bini will know that is winning. The only way we can succeed is when we cry out and we have to speak. Because if you are sick, if you don't say it out, you will die secretly. So I will continue to use a medium to solicit the help of our people. I have no choice than to do that. I thank our Aborigine, indigenous people who find a place in their hearts to have something to do for me. And now I have hired another new lawyer. So I don't want to be bringing this information out. So my lawyer look like we are now fighting a war. I don't have. Use my money to hire my lawyer. My lawyer is not fighting me. I want to tell you about Bini. No, he said no matter the weight of elephants, it can never cause earthquake. Anywhere you want to compromise, I want to assure the Oba Bini today that I am a very smart Ogiso. Okay? In Germany, here is a land of law. I have to take a lawyer because that is their job. I have two lawyers, but I have no choice. I just want to go to court and tell the other lawyer to step down. You will step down because you cannot be telling me to step down. I am the one who hire you. I am the one who will tell you to step down. There are some secrets I cannot say out here. I am happy in the situation I am today. They have tried to deport me from this country, but it doesn't work because I am a father of a European citizen. The other day, I was called upon to come at Tomprint and take my documents. Immediately, I came out on air to say it. They wrote a petition to the Home Office not to give me my documents. Nobody can hold the sun not to rise. The sun must rise. Nobody can stop the day from brightening. The day must break. The day must bright. So this delay meant people say, oh, why do you say that? Disappointment can be a blessing. Maybe if they have given me that document that very day, maybe I could have fallen into a victim. These people could have attacked me in another country. I thank our brothers who have been watching this our program. I want to appeal to you to use your best how would I say put it in English? I want to tell you today that I appreciate your support for me and generation unborn. I want to also beg you people not to allow me to fall because I supposed to come here today to teach history, but it's not possible because today, apart from having lawyers, I also went to court by myself and submit my private statement of defense. On Monday is the deadline given to me. I have hired a new lawyer. I have paid money, but I am indebted. Usa, 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 my brother. Every month, I will be paying 200 euro to my lawyer so that I can be able to complete this money I am owing. Am I fighting in court to win money or to win what? The reason why I'm fighting in court is for our history to be taught, for our Aboriginal people to know where they come from, for their identity to be recognized, and for our history and our king, Ogiami, to be recognized by the government of our land. And I just want those Oba children they have imposed in our community, selling our land, those people have to be chased away. They are criminals. I remember 2020, Oba Benin sent some chiefs to me to negotiate with me. They offer me millions of nairas. But people don't, I don't know when are we people going to believe lies. But I refuse the monetary aspects. Then I give them condition that the first son who we have abandoned for more than 30 something years, who the Oba Benin raped his mother as a bargain, and Princess Imariabe, who Imariabe, the Oba Benin kill Imariabe mother. He's a murderer. This man is a terrorist. The Oba Benin is worse than ISIS. He's a demonic evil man. So the Oba Benin is not saying that I should come and prove it if you have ever killed person before. He have killed my father. Is that not the proof? He said I should come and prove it to the court if he is using people for ritual. Prince Okoro, you didn't use it to drink ritual water. What about Oba look my eye? You are an idiot. So I want to make it clear, ladies and gentlemen, don't leave me alone in this struggle. All I want from you is those one who don't have financial support, pray for me. That is the material and the resources and the weapon you have. Use the weapon you have to pray for our children to know where they come from. Not these terrorists who kill us, who use us for human sacrifice. Number two, I also urge you to support me financially so that I can be able to clear these bills. We are talking about 2,000 euro now. We are talking about 2,000 euro why the Oba Benin is sharing 500 euro for more than 40 presenters. If you calculate 500 euro to 40, do you know how many thousand euros is that? About 20,000 euro. He brought a lot sum of money. And the other day you saw with the Oba Benin, they brought 27,000 euro for me to be assassinated in Europe. 27,000 euro. They wanted to give the money to Junkie. I raised the alarm and I reported the matter to the police. They said when I died, they will just write, they will arrest all these people. These people will say, oh, we are doing business together. I betrayed them. At the end of the day, they were put to shame. I also thank Princess Imarabe for raising the alarm. Thank you. When somebody do good for you, you also learn how to appreciate good. Some people say that I'm mentioning Imarabe's name. Imarabe have never told me one day not to say all these things out. She will tell me something, go and say it out. She didn't say, oh, don't tell. So nobody is wrong in any way. Imarabe have been pleading with me for many times, and which I have done. I have done a lot of parts, which what she requested from me. I should continue to put pressure on the good citizen of Edo State to know the evil the Oba Benin is committing against his own against our people. One day Imarabe will come out and explain how she used Imarabe to drink those ritual waters, this human sacrifice water, this Uboni water. So let us play. Let me put my phone number there. Anybody want to call in? If you have any question to ask about the history of Olu of Ori, you can ask. Please, I want to play the what do you call it? The Oba Benin said it from Ile-Ife.
Historians all agree that Oduduwa sent his son Oromia at the request of elders of Benin to return with them as ruler of their realm. Oromia's stay in Benin may have been short, but before he left, a child was born to him who was later crowned Oba, and as is known today as Ewuare I. Oromia's time in Benin, however short-lived, he was an Oba, and so he was the first Oba after the Ogiso dynasty came to an end. He established Oba's in Benin by education. Therefore, the listing of past Obas should therefore begin from Oromia, as it is listed in the Lariwa book. Short history of Benin, actually making my revered father 39th Oba that reigned in Benin, if the listing is counted from and should be counted from Oromia. I therefore stand before you today as the 40th Oba of Benin.
You hear the talk? He said after Ogiso era came to an end, you see, we are not from the same place. If you don't listen to that place, let me play it for you.
Direct descendant of Oromia. He established, and so he was the first Oba after the Ogiso dynasty came to an end.
He said he was the first Oba after Ogiso dynasty came to an end. Orobo people, are you Oduduwa or you are Ogiso? Ask them. Oh. Then Mr. But don't, my name is not Monkey Face. Don't write wrong name for them. My name is Ogiso. If you don't know how to call my name. So he have break different juju swear. Juju not kill anybody. So if you want to call in and contribute to this program, that is the German number. That is the number you are seeing there, plus 4917 4966 1566. That is my German number. You can call in, and I want to also share this video. Share this video before we can go to the other part of the story of the history class. So before we go to the other sides, if you know you want to call in to contribute or ask any question, my number there is plus 4917 4966 1566. If you want to also help me, you can write me SMS through WhatsApp, or you can call me direct call. You have, let us keep our history alive, okay? Wait. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I want to go to the Pedro Obaseki. You people should invite Pedro Obaseki. Please, if you are watching me on Facebook, please share it. You share our Facebook. I want to talk about Pedro Obaseki. You saw what happened the other day. I called Pedro Obaseki. So God is great. Look at what Pedro Obaseki said the other day. Let me first of all play what he said.
Sisters and brothers of our movement, I just want to quickly start by apologizing.
No, he have come to apologize. Before he apologized, this is what Pedro Obaseki said. Pedro Obaseki, who said he's a leader or a patron of Niger Delta, Midwestern, I don't know what is he's an idiot. He's a drunkard. And he was hopeless in Lagos. It was His Excellency who just helped him the other day. He's trying to cause ethnic division in Edo State. But I was very happy with His Excellency, the Wikansi and the Executive Governor of Edo State. He was trying to leave a legacy. In the midst of three, there must be a Judah. Look at what Obaseki said the other day.
You had the Muslim. Waya Budao, Nidian, Waya Lavizi. I will need here of Wagbero. Edimo Pedro. Saro Samudiame. No, you are going for not your Baseki. You don't see any now we need termina. When Edo with no tematama Omami Ukmoyo Yegwe. And I bokon your game here no sun vedo. Okay, ni manwanigbe. Or serene if do here fefe, particularly manano with my school. Our school are you gebe? Oh, I dole wuyi. Agboden ana temata. And Otionwa, Osionwa, Otamama Unwea. Only a friend will tell you that your mouth smells. Right now, the Ununozedo or persons of Edo South extraction, as well as our collective local government areas, have become a race under siege. I know that it is more difficult to say it when our brother is at the helm of affairs in the state. Oviedo or Kariobutedo ya. And oteme no dio no. But yugi ni bije me.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at what this maggot or egot, I don't know how to say it, saying. He didn't even have a voter's card. He never votes. He said he supported the election. He never voted in this election. And the Ranomigo said that it was this Pedro who was passing information to him about the governor. Everything Ranomigo was saying on live video, calling the governor different type of name. He even said the governor Obaseki name is Shola. His father is a Yoruba man. He's not Obaseki. He called Obaseki different names. It was the same Pedro who was passing this information to Ranomigo. And the governor never allowed all those things to hinder him from helping these idiots. Look at what he's saying today.
Wagagenia kemi ya fefe na ya nwagbe. Iviedo imari le. Imari regima in clear suspicions. If you look at the education sector, finance sector, every major sector, health sector, security, infrastructure, and management, everybody of Edo South extraction who can either play a role, a positive contributive role, or contributive roles, are either being totally sidelined.
Man, you see what he's saying? No? He said the Bini people are being sidelined. The governor of Edo State from Edo South, from my local government, the chief of staff, Oba Ewuare, from Edo South, the secretary to the Edo State government from Ewuare. How many they shall have now? Shall have speaker. They don't need to have deputy governor. I don't know where these idiots say they are sidelining who.
Totally ignored, or where they are even in those positions already, they are being removed. You see, it must be made clear on a very empirical level that we currently constitute close to 60% of the land mass of the state, and also proportionately we constitute more than 58% of its population and geopolitical demography. So we must have, I use the word must deliberately, as an instrument and policy of government, that we cannot be shortchanged, put aside, dealt with, reduced in any way or form. So we are just...
He's not accusing Obaseki of marginalizing the Bini. I will say true, you are a very stupid man. Look at what he was saying.
We are just wallpapering some of these things, and it troubles me. I got this morning a very instructive message from one of our very highly placed professors at the University of Benin, and he asked the question. I don't want to post here, but the thing is giving me a bad goose pimples. That all the institutions of higher learning in Edo State, none are situated in Edo State, in Edo South. The ones that were situated in Edo South, apart from maybe Ewuare, have now been moved as satellite campuses or totally closed down to others outside of Edo South. Permanent secretaries are being moved around, retrenched, retired, whatever, disengaged. And when 8 are removed from office, and 5 of them are of Edo South extraction. The remaining 3 are from Edo North or Edo Central. 13 permanent secretaries are appointed. Those of Edo South extraction create less than 33% of the same number. Many of our ministries, even the commissioners from Edo South.
Hello, Baba. Wa tora me domo.
Good evening, my brother.
Domo, sir.
Thank you for the good class.
Yes.
The knowledge we take today will be on our memory. You understand?
Yes.
Our ancestors lead you to the end. You are fighting a great fight. You are bringing our people back home. But many of them don't want to listen. But I believe one day the Christianity come little, will not come a big thing in Africa.
Yes.
So that is how this your history will graduate. What thing I want to contribute now to say you are on history today. You understand me?
Yes.
Only say that our people have so much fear. You understand?
Yes.
They don't want to learn, they don't want to listen, they only say you know.
Nonsense
ask
talk.
question
Yes.
and you understand. That is why sometimes I argue to understand if my argument is right or wrong. Where I am going to now, my brother, is about the history you just read. You mentioned some people that the Ozolwa were killed, our legend, our hero,
yes,
the community leaders. Then you're supposed to finish that area with this program of today. That those people who live in those communities, we know that Oba Oluwa, get what you call her.
That one we carry his son go worry. He can't hand over the power to us. That one they call about Oluwa. That one we kill him brother, wife, kill people anyhow. That one keep aye. That was all I see. Wait oh.
So now that one now may want make you revise back. Those community elders will be our leaders with the key. I know one whether they call her Egiwambo.
Okay.
Uka. Enekrigidi. Nogbe. All those shrines still remain. Now history. So that the people will come from those areas go really know say what they teach them not be by fake or fake news. Yes. Now what happen in time immemorial. You understand me? Now it be this that make them go search or make them go meet their elders or their papa still they alive. Make them ask her waiting be the meaning of this Ekewambo or away this one when it give for Utekon. You understand? And yes, others wait inside that book. You suppose finish her. That be my contribution for this evening. Thank you. May God bless you.
Thank you very much.
I won't beg our people. May they support this program. Don't be that gara way that they do. This, that, this dude. This program is one of the best programs. You know, waiting will bring light for future. You know, the cool lights. Now,
yes,
waiting at the observe for this thing. But time is coming when everybody will embrace you.
Thank you very much.
Because you have tried a lot. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Another verse of my laptop. I know it happened to not going on. Mono vessel, the laptop off. Mono vessel. Well, the laptop, I have the laptop. So, wait to mono vessel. My laptop was soon off for mono verse. So we have to continue. Mona listing.
Out are giving ministries where their take-home pay can take them home. And yet, the national sharing formula that is accruable to Edo State, almost 80% of it is from Edo South. In terms of internally generated revenue, it is no rocket science. The most local governments that bring those internally generated revenues are Oedo, Ipobaoka, and Igo, all in Edo South. For the ones that bring the oil mineral resource that we have, that makes us share in the NDDC, are of Edo South, whether it's Ovia Northeast, Ipobaoka, or Orion. But are all these reflected in the developmental, both human capital and infrastructural developmental outlook of the state and its government? We cannot lie to ourselves anymore. The answer is no. Edo State Government House, as at last year, had 6 permanent secretaries. Only one was Benin. And as at last month, that only one that was Benin has also been disengaged. So these are things, if we cannot place ourselves and our people in positions to add value to our people, then there is little or no need felicitating here and sharing WhatsApp messages of who sleeps wrongly on the wrong side of his bed, or who is fighting civil wars, within bed covers and women and the lives of our women. There must be a deliberate schematic to immediately engage government and engage those who dispense power. There are many former excellencies and present excellencies on this platform, so that we don't take this outside of here and begin to seem like we are decimating ourselves. There must be, I use the word must deliberately because I'm having sleepless nights. Wayadomo. I said, this is not about writing. Let me say it as it is. Because we have to engage. And it must also be clear, arithmetically, it is beholding on government to understand that the government of the day today in Edo State is in government strictly because of the overwhelming support of persons of Edo Strat extraction to the return of my elder brother to Osadebe Avenue. That is a truism. In the last election, the PDP won the state with 84%, with 84,000 votes. That was what they defeated the APC with. Out of that 84,000 votes, they won Edo South. The PDP won Edo South with 81,000 votes. What does that mean? That in arithmetic terms, the collateral contribution of other parts of Edo State, Edo Central and Edo North, to the victory of the PDP and Godwin Obaseki in 2020 elections is just 3,000. While Edo South provided 81,000. If you reverse it and you give the entire votes that Godwin had in Edo North and dash it to the APC, he will still win with close to 60,000 votes. And if you reverse all the votes he got in Edo Central which was a difference of about 27,000 votes, and give it to Ezeyamu and give Ezeyamu's votes to God, he will still win with more than 40,000 or 30-something thousand votes. In a nation where Tambuwa won his elections with less than 350 votes, 350, not even up to 500 votes. That is humongous by all ramifications. So for us to now treat those persons, those areas that overwhelmingly, in an unprecedented effort, install this government, it will be a rape, a serial rape of our collective patrimony if we don't stand now for Onunozedo. That is the truth. It may not be nice, it may not be palatable, and I don't really care if this is shared. I hope the authorities will know that this cannot continue. This is Bini Indigenous People's Assembly, People's Association. It is the mantle falls on us. Na mere aya bande egbe adeseki or aya gbegbe vin ekioba na agbado. Aya biwa o.
Atuna see Pedro. You see na Ununozedo. You see na Bini indigenous people. Say the votes wey they get for each land, make they dash am to Zeyamu. Look at the governor respond to him. After I've told him insult that drug addict. Yes, sir.
And manipulated again. Edo is one. We will not allow ourselves to be divided and manipulated again. Edo is one. Whether you are Edo South, Edo Central, Edo North, Edo is one. If that doctor who is undertaking a life-saving operation for you, gets to work and brings you back to life, you will not ask where he comes from. You ask, is that doctor good? Is that not the basis? So when people begin to manipulate and try to create divisions where they don't exist, telling lies and manufacturing information and figures where they don't exist, just because they want to continue to divide us and manipulate us. They have now met a government that has refused to be so inclined. Many of us share lineage across the state. So where is this issue of dividing people coming from? By the time you even finish, you go down, you say we are from Central. By the time you get there, these same people will come in and say, oh, this is Ewuare, this is a Bini. They are not the same. Because they only thrive when there's division. We do not want Edo divided anymore. Edo is one. And so I want to tell those people who benefit from our division that they should look for another business, because we will not be divided.
See, Obaseki now he finished Pedro. Our governor finished Pedro. He will hide under they not give Edo family secretary. They not make. Now we are one people. Pedro mami that way here. See, Pedro can't come and call the beg. See,
Of this message that I needed to clarify a few things. I've been audited with calls. Many people are making allegations, and hurtful as it is, I understand. I just want to quickly start by apologizing for the lateness of this message that I needed to clarify a few things. I just want to quickly start by apologizing for the lateness of this message that I needed to clarify a few things.
So Pedro Obaseki don't come apologize now. So you want cause ethnic division for our states, and the one who about being do never do you? Who did they sell us or slaves? You do human sacrifice. I am hereby appealing to the executive governor of Edo State to remove this ethnic e-got or e-got from the government. 16. Me and whoever they go and campaign for Isaiah or any, but that is not our business.
I've been inundated with calls. Many people are making allegations, and hurtful as it is, I understand that maybe what I might have said, taken out of its originating context, might have annoyed, infuriated a lot of our brothers and sisters. The audio message or the audio voice note that is circulating is one major disservice to me as a person. But I guess once you are in the public domain like this, these are some of the things you have to deal with. First, I'm a Nigerian, I'm a Bendelite, I'm a Midwesterner, I'm an Edo man, and I'm a Bini man. It does not take away my ancestry, because it takes the village to raise a child. I can claim to be Ura, Oma, Edo North, to the same extent I can claim to be Yoruba because of my grandmother, uncle. I want to quickly beg that please, that audio message was circulated by a rogue element within the Bini Indigenous Peoples Assembly. The Bini Indigenous Peoples Assembly is a platform of just 33 persons consisting of leaders who are Benin, that is Edo South, in like a pressure group. And we were all making private postings as a discussion. So, and because it is not meant to be public, 70% of the time I spoke Benin. It is when I wanted to talk about the statistics that I spoke in English, because I was talking to a closed group and it is forbidden for it to have been put out. And I think that was a great disservice to myself. Now let me give a background so that we will understand this in context. So, but before I do that, I want to apologize to my Esan brothers. I speak Esan. I want to apologize to my Edo North brothers. I speak Ola as much as I speak Bini. My mother is the first daughter of the Ezomo of Imeola. I am Ola in every ramifications. Bini, the Englishman say you see mother tongue, not father tongue. I still farm there as of tomorrow morning. What transpired was simple. I will reel back to late last year. The governor, who happens to also be my elder brother, was said to have wanted to restructure or do some stuff within the civil service set up in Edo State. And in the stuff that was being done, it was said that he was going to appoint some 13 permanent secretaries. Those are that we break it down easily. Of those 13, he released the names, and about 3 or so were said to be Benin. The others were, which is Edo South. The 7 local government areas are Edo South. Then, sometime 2 weeks ago, he released another list of 8. These ones were to be disengaged, sacked, retired compulsorily, And out of these 8, 5 were Edo South. Now, this created some form of disquiet amongst the Edo South people. So the Bini Indigenous Peoples Assembly, which is Edo South, had some petitions sent to it. And I had confronted the governor precisely on the 17th of January to make him know that these are the things that are going down. People in government, many of them his major appointees, had also come talk to me to let him know that there must be geopolitical considerations in this his arrangement. And in my audio contribution, I did not make one single allusion to the fact that he should remove anybody from either Edo North or Edo Central. For those of them who speak Benin on this platform, they will agree that I never did that. The Benin I was speaking was to tell the Benin people, 33 of them who were on that platform, including ex-governors, ex-senators and people who were former heads of universities, to please, Godwin likes data, and we should use the data to push the argument. I even wrote that please, let us find strategic ways to engage government. I use the word, there must be a deliberate schematic to engage government. And I only mentioned Edo North and Edo Central when I was reeling out the election figures, that we should not, if we cannot make him see, please, can we use the election figures? That was the only time that Edo North and Edo Central were mentioned in my narrative to my people. I am Benin. In fact, when some of the leaders of Edo Central confronted me, so one of them, a friend of mine who is on this platform, actually labeled me a sectional parochial leader. And I called him and I asked, say, my brother, you are a member of the House of Rep. If you hear tomorrow that somebody who is your cousin is making appointments, and in the making of appointments, he removes 5 people from Edo Central, and 1 from Edo South and 1 from Edo North, what will you do? It is what I did. I had even informed the governor. In fact, I sent the governor the very audio note immediately after I made it on the platform. This is what I have told the Bini Indigenous Peoples Assembly, because the Bini Committee of Elders have complained, and many others, and that was the only way. It was not to malign our people from Isan. It was not to malign our people from Isako. It was not to malign our people from Akoko Edo. Neither was it meant to malign our people from Ora or any part of Edo State. I have stood in the gap for the governor in the run-up to his re-election. And I have also done that for other persons. I saw what Ese King wrote on the platform, mentioning Patrick Ikpirima. Inasmuch as I might have said certain things in a private discussion for a request for proper balancing and equity and fair distribution, I was pained because I remember on my own, I went to Roboland, spoke to the people of Patrick, begged you guys to raise money for Patrick. And in our return, myself and Eugene said, we are attacked by kidnappers. But I had also on this platform, a couple of years ago, when the headsmen attacked Ikaland, I had meetings with Oguika, the elder, the leader is on this platform, to address our people. But for whatever it is, each and every one of us are Bendelites. But before we are Bendelites, we are either first Isoko, Urobo, Ijo, Shekiri, Enuani, Ika, Bini, Isa, Isako, Akoko Edo, or whatever. I'm not asking for myself or persons I knew to be appointed. I was just asking him, sir, there are 6 permanent secretaries in the government house. Before Oshomole's time, these permanent secretaries were distributed according to ethnic, 2 Edo North, 2 Edo Central, 2 Edo South. In his own first tenure, it was reversed, 1 Edo South, 2 Edo Central, 3 Edo North. Last month, in his sacking, he removed the Edo South. And we were just begging, please, if you are removing 5 Edo South, replace them. And many of these persons, I had even made a present plea to him. Were they removed because they were criminal? Were they removed because they had faced an administrative panel? Were they removed? I even used our father as example. He served to be 60 years. Let these people serve their tenure. Even if they don't, then replace them for geopolitical balance. I want to appeal to all of us. For those who are taking it out of cosmic balance to create unnecessary or scotchy political points, it is unnecessary. And for those who were miffed and angered by that private discussion, which was not meant at all, in short, it shows that the Benin people are actually raised on his knees. It's just like some of us are Urobo, we are discussing within the Urobo Progress Union, and we are talking facts, for example, to ourselves. And somebody who is in our midst goes and places on Facebook. Others made other most stinging presentations. I only tried to base my own statistics. I went from place to place campaigning for him to be elected. I did not come in any way to put down our Asian brothers. Not at all. For those who are close enough on this platform, maybe 1 or 2 will let people know that I have no such ethnic or sectional aspirations whatsoever, howsoever. I was just asking the governor, if anybody should feel maligned, I think it should be the governor. But I also felt that I stood on a high moral ground, because nothing there I said that I had not said to him in terms of meeting, writing, or voice notes. I don't want to embarrass anybody. If not, I would play some of them here. Please, I beg all of us, I'm not apologetic for the thematic thrust of what I said to the Bini People's Assembly. I am only pleading for whatever misconception or out of context misinterpretation of what those things might have cost to our brothers across the various ethnic divides in Edo State. First and foremost, if you take only the English part, you may miss it. But please play that voice note again and get a Bini man who speaks Bini, or almost every Saman actually understands Bini. They will realize I did not malign anybody. I was saying that the government must create balance. If you are appointing 6 and you say 222, it makes sense. If you are appointing 10 and you are saying, okay, those have been that you assisted something, okay, take 3 or 4. I do not 3. I do Central 3. If these geopolitical considerations were not important, I don't think the 9 House of Assembly distribution in Edo State would have been done the way it is. There are 9 House of Assembly, which is based on population, demography, and spread. 4 is Edo South, 3 is Edo North, and 2 is Edo Central. But in the appointments my brother has made of late, it has been as if it is reverse osmosis. He has not favored any of the other ethnic nationalities. No, that's not the point. Rather, he seems to be disfavoring his own ethnic group. And because of the history of the Obaseki family, within the last 140 or 130 years of Bini history, I just wanted to be the one that will lay it on my brother some of those hard facts,
Can you
so that made them not
continue?
go to talk, say these Obaseki people don't come again. That was just it. It was just to save
It's
my
not clear.
family from whatever originating problem that might come up
Hold on a
later. I
second.
even sent him a voice note and asked him, brother, if you do one like this, waiting people go talk when you don't come out office. Say now when Obaseki Pikin come be governor, now they remove all the Benin people when in the government. I wasn't saying remove Esa, remove Ora, remove. And that is the truth. I stood as a buffer for him to do the needful. I did not advocate for
Hello?
the cancellation or dismemberment, like people are banding over the place
Yes, I'm hearing
because
you,
of
sir.
the things he did a few days later. Those were done without consultation with me or something like that. I was not aware. I just did mine. The only time I mentioned education was a professor within the group who is a former deputy vice chancellor had posited that, why is it that in Edo State, Edo North has a university, Edo South has a university, but the tertiary institutions in Edo South have been closed by the governor? And I told him, the same paper in 2014 for establishing Edo University Yamo, that same paper was used in establishing Tayo Akpata University of Education in Edo South. And the governor,
It's not
for
clear.
the best reasons, I think he has his own reason,
Call me on WhatsApp.
decided not a single block had been laid for the Tayo Akpata University. That's were the things I brought up. My family, my people, my ancestry, my belief in our corporate existence was what spurs me to make that no holds barred presentation to a Bini group as a way of engaging the governor, so that he will see the facts and not the fiction. Unfortunately now, those have been taken out of context. And it is that taken out of context I want to appeal to all of us. I apologize for that. But I want you to, see, when you are passing judgment, place yourself in the shoes of the man on trial. Bini say, Yahweh giri ayabohi enedo. If to say now you, waiting you go do. That is the best way to pass judgment. I was faced with a situation where people on a Bini platform were accusing my brother of ethnic decimation of his own race. And I was just advising that we use certain statistics. We won overwhelmingly in Eastern Land with 27,000 votes and lost stupendously in Edo North with more than 23,000 votes. So what I did was, in the presentation, was to say Edo North loss was cancelled out by Edo Central winning, which is a difference of 3,000. While he won Edo South with 81,000. Nobody has ever won Edo South with 50,000. Oredo, for example, gave Godwin 43,000 votes and Pastor Ezeyamu 18,000. No election result has ever crossed 36,000 for any one party. So for those people now not to have a permanent secretary, or their permanent secretaries have been sacked, that was a travesty. That was the reason. I beg all of us to keep our eyes on the ball. If I offended anybody, wittingly or unwittingly, I most unreservedly apologize. But I was just doing it. I never knew that someone would be a rogue element to dishonorably put a private discussion of an ethnic pressure group, which was meant to galvanize support for that group, and place it in the public domain. Like I also said in that voice note, which many of them edited up. So the real voice note is actually 14 minutes. But I'm seeing the one being thrown around the place 11 minutes, some even 10 minutes, 53 seconds. Because people were editing things out of it so as to suit their political agenda. I am not.
Hello?
Hello, okay.
Political in this.
Yes, I'm hearing you, sir.
Okay. So whenever I call you, something will make me call you direct.
Okay, sir.
And you are giving right now, you are giving the issue of Ishekiri. I they come to worry.
Yes.
Now, when you are giving that history, You cut away certain parts. That's why I'm calling you. You see, the Shekilis came to Wari, came to that land, they made the choice. I told you the first day I discussed with you.
Sir, I was teaching the history of not the Shekiri. I was teaching the history of the old. Listen, sir. Listen, sir. Oga, wait, nah. Oga, sir, wait. I was teaching the history of Olu of Shekiri. Olu of Shekiri. How it came to be Olu. That was the history I was teaching. When you are teaching the history, you have to also reflect their identity. Now the Shekiri people, they are Yoruba people. They are not denying where they come from.
Yes,
So they are not. Sorry, sir. I am not a man of ethnic hatred. The Shekiri people have never come out one day to deny that they are not Yoruba people. They are not denying where they come from. So I am not fighting the Shekiri people. I'm just here to teach our history. The Ijaw people are the owner of that land which the Oba Benin live today. Oba Benin also came alongside the Shekiri people many years ago. They met us in that land. So I am not driving them to leave the land. But I just want the history to be taught that these people, they are from Yoruba land. They are not from our land. We are not the same people. They are different from us. Their culture, their way of living. But what I just said there, if you listen very well, is I said the Olu of Ishekiri is not denying where they come from. It's not denying it. But I is surprised Yoruba Benin is denying where they come from.
Okay. Maybe I never catch you. Sorry for that.
Yes.
But I told you, till tomorrow, I'm talking to you now. Till tomorrow, I don't call Olu of Wari, or they call him as Olu of Wari. I call him till tomorrow Olu of Ichekiri. Before the present one, I have written many articles to the president, the one that leads, that land you are calling Olu of Wari, you are not known Olu of Wari. I'm not a kid.
Oga, the name is Olu of Ishekiri. Their name, see, Oga, nobody is dragging any name with them. The name of this king is not called, according to our history, is called Ewuare of Ishekiri. The name of the Oba who sent his son there. So they are not fighting. Nobody is dragging anything with anybody. The name is not called Olu. It's called Ewuare of Ishekiri.
That is part of our struggle in that world.
Nobody should fight.
Where did they crown him? He was crowned in Odechekiri. And I will still tell you how that Odechekiri came.
No, I'm not fighting them, sir. I'm just teaching the history. Ode Ishekiri, they live there. Everybody should live peacefully. The only thing we are saying that the Ishekiri should live peacefully side by side by the Ijaws. It should be setting like that. We are not going to cause ethnic division. The Ijaw people are the oldest people in that land. The Oba, their ancestor met the Ijaw there. It's written in our history book that when the Oromiyan was coming from Ile-Ife, he was blocked in Udo by the Ijaws. The rulers of the land, the Godomigodo, many of them were Ijaws and those Ishan people, and these people, they're ruling the land. This is their land. So nobody's dragging. The Shekiri people have not come out to say they own anywhere. They migrated from Ile-Ife.
They were neat. They were neat before.
No.
Very strongly.
No, let them be on it there. That one, everybody knows. You just knows. They care.
Why did they call Olu of Ichekiri?
Oga, that is politics. I am not a politician. I have said it here. We know all these things. Oga, nobody is saying. I am not saying the Shekiri people owns the Ijaw. I am saying the truth here that the Igodomigodo, these are the Ijaw people. These are the owner of the land. They are not only the owner of Ewuare, they are the owner of that Bini where the Obas stays. The Ijaw people owns that land. That is what we are saying. If somebody is saying he owns your father's land and you're not talking about the son have land, how can the son have land without father? Can you say son have land? So the Ijaw people are the oldest people in that land. They are the owner of that land. Our forefathers are Ijos, are the Ishans. The Bini is an alien language. The Bini were formed in a combination of Ishan language, Ika language, Ijo. They mix people together to form the language. If you even see the way they speak the Bini language, it's a strange language. It's a very strange, just like we speak broken English. The Bini language is mixed with Yoruba, sometimes mixed with Ishan, sometimes mixed different languages mixed up. So the Shekiri people have never come out one day to say that, oh, they are the one who gave birth to Ijo or they gave birth to Urubu. It have never been said. They have said it by themselves that they are the descendant of Oduduwa. They came from Ife. So nobody should come out and they said it by themselves. They know, everybody know this. Nobody, they didn't go to their history. They tell you their history. They are from
the president Olu of the Shekiri, I am meeting tomorrow as an Ijoman, and I'm part of the place. The people who know that worry. My father, my mother came from that place called Obujo. We may be hearing of the present Obujo market.
Okay.
The
whole land is owned by Ijo, and see, we are the owner of all those land. They are foreigners. You don't need to ask all those ones, say whether Ijo or Shekiri. They met us in the land. We were the owner of the land. They came from Ile-Ife. Have you not read the history very well? So they are the Olu. I have taught you the history just now. There was not like worry in that place. The people are listening very well, okay? The people who took the Oluwa from Benin to that place, they were the Ijo people. Ijo, go and read the history very well. It was the Ijo people who took this present Olu. The name is called Jinuwa. And you understand what I am saying now? Jinuwa. It took him to that place. It was the Ijo people who formed that place for him. So when you are now saying nobody is dragging any lands. The Shekiri people cannot drag any lands. All we want, let everybody live side by side. No, that was no. That was before. That is politics. We are not fighting anybody here. That was politics. That is politics. The only thing I respect the Olu of Ewuare have never come out one day to say that he's the one who gave birth to Ijo, he's the one who gave birth to Urubo, he's their ancestor. He can't say that. He cannot say that. So he knows himself, he knows the history. It's only the Oba Bini who is now being fooling himself, saying he's the one who gave birth to Ijo. No, he cannot. No, he don't say. No, sorry. He says the one who gave birth to Urubo. He cannot try that Ijo. You know, he can't go there. Ijo people are ancient people of the land. These are ancient. So they just wrote history trying to block our history.
They wrote in Nigeria is false history. I'm here. Some boys are still dragging with what is owned by the people. I say keep quiet. If you don't know, you ask. That's what I told some boys.
There is no name. There is no name like Worry. There's no name like that before. What the history told us that you see they call it
it was the Ware, the European changed it to Ware. And that Ware is the Obujo market. That is the present Obujo market. At that time.
Okay, you
see? It was called Ware.
You
that
see?
Ware, when the white men came, they said, what is this? They said Ware. They can't pronounce the word Ware. Ware means house for the John language. And they say now Ware, what is Ware? That's Ware. That is not come about the Ware.
Okay.
That is how the name Ware came up. Okay. And the John man had the boundary with the Robo. Up to today, I know the boundary, not the Shekiri.
Okay.
Now, let me just short in you have cleared everything to my understanding. So
yes.
No problem for that.
I want to say something to you. See, you have ancestral roots and relationship with the Yorubas. Isoko. You see these people, we are around people. So the Shekiri people, see what happened in that place was the Oba Ewuare, who's the one who caused all those problems. They were imposing.
Exactly.
So you see, that is the same thing they did in Benin. We have our own king. The king we have in Benin is called Ogiamie, but they deny him. Don't you see what when we were Bende State? I think we are from old Bende State. See what they did, Midwestern states. See what they did.
I know Midwestern State. I know everything.
You see what they did now. Oba Bini was the number one. Olu of Wari was number two. Who was number three? Obi of Agbo was number three. His families were 1, 2, 3 to the end. None of Ijo traditional ruler or Urubu traditional ruler, the indigenous traditional ruler was recognized as first class. They were all through behind. It was this creation of Delta state that make the Ijo Urubu traditional ruler to come up. In those days, Midwestern state of Bende State, it was Oba of Bini, Olu of Wari, Obi of what they call them, Obi of Iselu. They just share power among themselves. They just empower their people, Obi of Agbo. So today we are not fighting. We just want our people to know where we come from. We are not from Ile-Ife. Bini was just like Wari in those days. If you check our history, Bini was just like Wari. The Yoruba people speak their language. You just speak their language. It was after the arrest of that criminal of Orame that caused the Icho people ran away. You know, you are as an Ijoma, you know your history, you know everything. That land, that is where ancestors come from. The Oba of Benin is a stranger in that land. He's a stranger. He's a foreign. He doesn't have any. He's just selling all this our land. The Joe people owns that land he's selling. Because I was surprised the other day, Oba Benin was saying he owns land to Igelegele. I was shocked. How can he own Ijo land? I don't know. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, take care.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you very
Bye.
much. Thank you.
Well, no worry, I will see your information.
So that is thank you, my people. So our history must be taught. A stranger cannot be telling us this is the one who gave birth to us. It's unacceptable. So before we cut everything short, I just tell you people you shouldn't live. Let me die in silence. Please support me and let us win this case in any ramification, anything you have, even though it's anything. The first number is my phone number. The second one is not my own. The second number is one boy from Onwa, but the mother is a Benin woman. He is a very honest person. If you want to do C of O, if you want to make what do you call this list? Survey your land. To survey your land, 50 by 100 is 60,000 naira. 100 by 100 is 80,000 naira. C of O already. May I tell you how much they do all these things? Now the boy number that be that Nigerian number. Make I explain that to now. You know, so those holding and about they form too much. They you know, say every person don't get small money go the shack. And this boy is a graduate of Aunchi Polytechnic, and it's also an Ado Ekiti. He's a HND holder. He read what do you call him? I don't know what you call him. Mama, I don't go talk with him. Compose. He learn work and he still go school. So he did the work we learn all those to roof house, to glass sliding door, many, and he read building in Yoruba University for Edo Ekiti. If you want to, or if you want to do this thing for your hand, surveillance or builders or help, they even they help people they manage house. Like I don't give about 4 people now. You say their brothers go just they chop their money. Now they help them they manage and now 5% now they collect. If you get house, where your family they useless city they use they do play ball up and down, you will give them the house, you will give them bank accounts. It will help you renovate the house, do everything. Then they will pay the money to your account. Then you will give them 5% at the end of the year. yearly. He go help you do everything. Even though you want to do borehole for the house. If you want to do boreholes for house, some area na 400,000, some na 350, some na 600. Depends on the I don't know as they call them, because in they do work for people where they give to them. So you see in your own price now one show now. So in price now 100 by 100 now 80,000 naira for survey. It will survey am for you, government registration, everything go give you paper. Then CFO, if you want to do CFO for your hand, now 50,000 naira for registration. What is that? Processing fee. Processing fee na registration to register the what do they call am for English? The paper wey they will give you say you want start to process to this called processing fee. That is registration fee. They will give you paper now 50,000 naira for CFO. Then what to process a stamp. The stamp wey you go put na 8,000 naira. Direct price from that office. Now when he go don do am for you, go tell am say see how much you want give am. Na 20,000 you want give am, una just say na 20 I want give you, na 40 or na 50 o. E no be like those one wey dey make shakara dey. Na 6 months na him go take deliver your CFO give you. Because you no dey make yaga. See 50,000 naira for processing fee for CFO. But if you no get money to do CFO, say na only survey you want do, survey. The money wey dey do land farm and the money wey dey take dey do house no be the same price o. 50, if you know say you get 50 by 100, now you go call am. Na your number na end with 25, so 60,000 naira at last make you go do your this thing for your survey. You get your paper for your land. Then the second one be say if you want do CFO put, CFO one, you first of all go pay development processing fee. Na 50,000 naira na the form you go take the form. Then you come put stamps. The stamp na 8,000 naira. Development what do you call am for English? CFO development level. Levy abi level they call am. This one na they call tax clearance. This one mean say if you dey stay for Nigeria, you dey pay tax, you go pay 50,000 naira. 50,000 naira. But if you no dey stay for Nigeria, you stay for abroad, you pay 100,000 naira. That one na they call development fee. Development level. Like tax clearance na be that one. Then the other one na grant rent. That grant rent you pay 15,000 naira one times. The other one na premium fee. That premium fee be say every year you dey pay 15,000 naira once in a year, because you must that is form of tax. 15,000 naira once in a year. If you know say you want pay 5 years, now you know. The other one na e don finish. Then if na 100 by 100 do for you now, consultation fee 100,000 naira. I say 100,000 naira, 30,000 naira. That is for him to do all those things for you. So if you want do well for your house, call your brother, call anybody. I know am very well as I dey talk to you. So 3 of our Benin sisters and 1 Isha na him dey help you dey control the house. If you want make dey help you dey control your house, you go open bank account. E go be like form of caretaker, and it's very reliable. Thank God now that Obas government we get vigilante. If any of your brother threaten you, if dey misbehave, na cultist him be, go carry the phone number of Haruna, Yusuf Haruna, vigilante number 1 man. You go catch am. Me come talk which court him dey. So some people they are very cowards. They will be threatening. I'll tell you be here. All these things Obaseki have destroyed those pattern. So this very our brother, I bring his number comments. It's a correct person. It's not like those one, sister Agban, they can carry me go abroad. If you not carry me go, I know go abroad again. Somebody who went to Aunchi Polytechnic, went to Ado Ekiti high school, Polytechnic also. He will go to work. Many houses now controlling. Imagine if 5%. Our people just like to, if you give me buy 10 Smith, you will go buy 2 Smiths. So those things is not going to be done. So if you know, so you get house where you just tell them, he will video the house, he will give you how you discuss with her how you wanted to do it. It's a very reliable person. Now a number with that one, so when I will call her, if they speak one, they speak Bini, speak English. If you are from one, you have any land you want to do, or from Asian, or see, we are going to balance the equation, you know, because them Manuel Agbogun and the Audio container, because I want to holding and the color and the rest. It's not a big bros. So somebody will me say is, if you call and now say hello, help me go so place like this, go so place, you will go. But those one with money, their money don't reach up. If you want to give Abat, send Abat message, make Abat help you go your house for upper with the build. Abbas, if you don't give Abat 100,000 naira, you go. He go even look and say that indoor big pass that one. So Abat, as I mention your name, so I don't want me anything happen to that boy. Thank God, Obas get already put vigilante for Edo State. Anybody will do any now, the vigilante will put them for where they belong. So thank you so much, and the boy number is there +234 08056917025. If you want to reach out to him, please, I stand for him. He's a very nice person and he's a very straightforward person. Anything I put my hands is always straight. See your foe. What do you call it? That one? What is it? See your foe and survey. Survey means that you get the lands. They give you lands. You get land for village. Or work he said, he could just tell you the real price. Now what make you tell like him say he will tell you the real price. Now you will use your, you will say, see how much you will give me to do this work. Anyway, see your phone 50,000 naira. Now you can't say 75,000. You know they do like that. Now the 50,000 I will just tell you. Or tell me the transport now. Or to worry, and he's a very loyal person. So thank you very much. Those people who feel like supporting me in this struggle, please keep supporting me. Warato akbe wawese. Warato. I play